Hello, my dear friends. My name is Eleanor, and I'm 73 years old. Over the years, I've come to realize something truly special, something that has transformed the way I view myself and my place in this world. I've learned that it's never too late to embrace our beauty, our worth, and our potential, no matter what age we are. In fact, as we grow older, there's a beautiful power in allowing ourselves to fully appreciate who we are, just as we are. Welcome to Golden Years Bliss, a space where we celebrate the unique and empowering journey of growing older. I want to share with you the habits and practices that have helped me live a life full of joy, meaning, and peace. These small yet profound actions are the key to embracing our natural beauty, fostering self-respect, and prioritizing our personal growth, regardless of the number of years we've lived. Each morning, I wake up with a sense of gratitude for the life I've lived and for the beautiful changes that come with age. I take time to reflect, feeling truly blessed for the wisdom I've gained and the experiences that have shaped me. It's not always easy to do, especially in a world that often values youth and appearance over the richness of life experience. But trust me, friends, learning to love yourself at any age is a gift that brings you true happiness. What I want to share with you today is how I've learned to embrace my own transformation, both inside and out. It may surprise you to know that each day I practice gratitude not just for the people I love or the opportunities I've had, but for my own beautiful, changing self. Embracing our natural beauty and learning to cherish our individuality is something we all can do no matter what age we are. Join me as we explore together the small, powerful steps we can take every day to embrace aging with grace and confidence. Some of these habits may surprise you, but I promise they have made all the difference in my life. So stay with me as we dive into the magic of growing older and the joys of becoming more fully ourselves every day. As I sit here in my favorite chair by the window, with the sun slowly rising and casting a warm glow over the room, I can't help but smile at the journey I've taken to get here. It's a peaceful morning, just like so many others, and I am filled with gratitude for the life I've lived and the lessons I've learned along the way. You know, one of the most important lessons I've learned in my 73 years is how to be truly confident in my own skin. And when I say my own skin, I'm not just talking about the physical appearance of my body, but about accepting myself, flaws, wrinkles, and all. I've come to understand that the most attractive thing about a woman, especially as we grow older, is the confidence we have in the skin we're in. I used to be like many women, focusing on the changes in my body, my face, the way I looked in the mirror. It wasn't always easy to accept the changes, that age brings those fine lines that tell the story of countless smiles, the silver strands that reflect wisdom gained over the years. But now, with a gentle heart and a grateful spirit, I look at myself and think, this is me, beautifully and uniquely me. It's not always easy to embrace these changes, I admit. There are days when I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror and feel a fleeting moment of doubt. But I've learned to remind myself that my beauty doesn't lie in the smoothness of my skin or the color of my hair. It lies in the stories etched into my face and the strength of my heart. I've lived through so much, faced challenges, celebrated victories, and through it all, my skin has been my partner, carrying me through it all. And for that, I am deeply thankful. As I sip my morning tea, I reflect on the small changes I've made over the years to nurture my skin and, in turn, my confidence. It's not about perfecting myself, but about appreciating the natural beauty that comes with age. I've learned to care for my skin, not with the intention of turning back time, but with the goal of feeling good in my own skin, nourished, loved, and confident. So, as I start my day, I'm reminded of the power of self love and self acceptance. It's easy to get caught up in the societal pressures to look a certain way, but I've learned that true beauty comes from within. It's the confidence to walk into any room, knowing that I am exactly who I am meant to be, and I am proud of the woman I've become. And as I share this with you, I hope you too can find that confidence in yourself. Age doesn't diminish our worth or our beauty, it enhances it. And the more we embrace our natural selves, the more radiant we become, not only to others, but to ourselves as well. As I continue to reflect on these quiet moments of self realization, I can't help but think about the subtle yet powerful changes I've experienced in my life, especially as I've grown older. The more I accept myself, the more I feel like I am stepping into a version of myself that is both stronger and more at peace. But let me tell you, it wasn't always this easy. There was a time when I would see myself in the mirror and question the changes I saw, the wrinkles around my eyes from years of laughter, the lines on my face from countless stories and experiences. I'd get a little anxious, wondering if I was still beautiful or if I had lost something with age. I remember one particular morning, standing in front of the mirror, feeling uneasy about my appearance. I hadn't slept well the night before, and my reflection seemed to confirm every worry I had about getting older. But then, something unexpected happened. I did what I've learned to do over the years. I smiled. I didn't just give a half-hearted smile, but a full, genuine smile that reached my eyes. And in that moment, I saw something I hadn't noticed before. The lines on my face weren't just lines of age, they were the marks of a life well lived. The wrinkles around my eyes, instead of making me feel older, actually brought warmth to my expression. It was like my smile had the power to transform my entire perspective. That's when I realized something profound, the true power of a sincere, heartfelt smile. A smile, especially one that comes from the heart, can be the most beautiful thing about us, no matter our age. It's not about how we look physically, it's about how we make others feel and how we make ourselves feel. When we smile with love and gratitude, it lights up our face in a way that no makeup or cream ever could. It's a reflection of our inner beauty, and it shines through in the most remarkable way. I also realized that smiling isn't just something we do for others, it's something we do for ourselves. When I smiled at my reflection that morning, it wasn't just about looking better, it was about reminding myself that I have lived a beautiful, full life, and there is so much more to come. It's about embracing my own story and finding joy in every moment, no matter what the mirror may reflect. I want you to know, my dear friends, that no matter where you are in life, your smile holds power. It's not about perfection, it's about authenticity. When you smile, you're not just brightening your face, you're lighting up your soul. And that is something truly beautiful. As I stood there in front of the mirror, a quiet sense of satisfaction washed over me. But life, as it tends to do, presented me with another challenge. One afternoon, I was at the park, enjoying the crisp air and the quiet hum of nature around me, when I encountered a woman sitting alone on a bench, looking troubled. She was much older than I was, her face lined with years of experience and perhaps a few burdens as well. I felt an immediate connection to her, perhaps because I knew what it felt like to have a heart full of stories, to carry the weight of life's trials. Something in me stirred. I wasn't just passing by her like so many others might do. No, I stopped. I smiled warmly at her, just as I had learned to smile at myself, and asked if she was okay. She looked up, her eyes flickering with surprise, but then softened as she spoke. She was lonely, she said, and feeling a bit lost. She hadn't spoken to anyone in days, and though she was surrounded by people in the park, she felt utterly invisible. My heart ached for her, and in that moment, I realized how much power kindness has to heal. It was one of those rare opportunities where I could use my experience and my willingness to connect to show compassion and offer comfort. I sat down beside her and listened. She didn't need advice or solutions. She just needed someone to hear her, to acknowledge her existence. We spoke for hours, sharing our lives, our joys, and our struggles. And in that conversation, I discovered that sometimes the most important thing you can offer is not your wisdom or your experiences, but your presence. As I walked home that evening, I thought deeply about what had just happened. I had not expected to be so moved by such a simple act, just sitting, talking, listening. It made me realize that kindness and compassion are the most genuine gifts we can give, especially as we grow older. The simple act of connecting with someone, showing them they are seen and heard, can be a profound way to make an impact on their life and our own. It is easy to get wrapped up in our own concerns, but when we offer kindness, we open ourselves to new experiences, new connections, and even new perspectives. This encounter with that woman also sparked a renewed sense of curiosity within me. I was curious about her life, about her thoughts, and I realized that the more I engage with others, in this way, the more I learn. It reminded me of something I've always believed, that it's never too late to learn. There is always more to discover, more people to meet, and more wisdom to gain. And so I made a promise to myself that from that moment on, I would always approach life with a sense of curiosity. I would ask questions, seek to understand others, and remain open to the lessons that come with every new encounter. It was a turning point in my journey. I learned that true beauty doesn't just come from within, it is also the way we share ourselves with others. Kindness, curiosity, and the willingness to learn, they are the qualities that truly make us radiant. As I walked through the quiet streets that evening, reflecting on my encounter with that kind woman at the park, a wave of doubt began to creep into my mind. The conversation had been so fulfilling, but as I thought about my own life, I realized something. I had always defined my purpose through what I could physically accomplish. When I was younger, it was about working, traveling, and staying active. But now, as I had aged, those things were no longer as attainable, and I began to wonder if I still had a purpose. I found myself asking, what am I meant to do now? The world had changed so much since I was younger, and I sometimes felt as though I was being left behind. My health had shifted, some of my friends had passed on, and the things I once filled my days with had slowed down or changed. But then, as I sat down to enjoy a cup of tea and watched the sun dip below the horizon, something clicked. Purpose isn't just about what we do, it's about how we are. I realized that my purpose now was to share the wisdom I had gathered over the years and offer what I could to others, whether that meant lending a listening ear, offering a kind word, or simply being there for someone when they needed it. I also realized that having a sense of purpose doesn't have to mean conquering grand goals or changing the world. For me, it was about finding meaning in the everyday moments, nurturing my relationships, teaching my grandchildren the lessons I've learned, and embracing the quiet moments of reflection that my age had given me. It was about living intentionally, not just reacting to life's demands, but shaping it according to the values that mattered most to me. It wasn't an easy change. There were days when I felt disconnected, when I questioned if I was still needed or if I had become irrelevant. But every time I reached out to someone, whether through a letter or a visit, I saw how much of an impact my presence could have. It wasn't about doing big things. It was about being present, giving what I had, and embracing the small ways I could make a difference. And so, as I found this new sense of purpose, I was able to let go of the old narratives that told me my worth was based on productivity and achievement. Instead, I found peace in the knowledge that my worth was tied to the love and care I could give and the lessons I could share. This understanding gave me the strength to keep moving forward, embracing change, and accepting that my purpose might look different at every stage of life. There's strength in that acceptance, a quiet, steady strength that becomes clearer as we age. And now I know that my purpose, though quieter than before, is no less meaningful. It's a purpose that connects me to the world around me and reminds me that, even in the later years of life, I still have something to offer. Purpose is a gift, one that doesn't expire with age. It simply evolves. And in that evolution, I've learned to see beauty, meaning, and strength in the most unexpected places. As I continued to reflect on my journey, I began to appreciate how gracefully I had adapted to the changes in my life. At first, the thought of aging, of letting go of certain things and embracing the new, was intimidating. There was a time when I worried about losing my independence, about becoming irrelevant. But now I see things differently. I have learned to embrace these changes with a sense of grace that only comes from the wisdom of age. When I look back at the challenges I've faced, I realize they've shaped me into the person I am today, strong, resilient, and content with who I have become. I've learned to cherish the quiet moments, the simple joys, and to recognize that aging doesn't mean fading away. It means blossoming into a new phase of life, one where I am more comfortable in my own skin than ever before. The beauty of getting older is that you no longer feel the need to compete with anyone. There's no more chasing after an ideal, no more trying to fit into someone else's mold. Instead, I find confidence in the fact that I've lived through it all, the ups and downs, the laughter and tears, and I'm still standing, and standing tall, might I add. I've learned that the key to true confidence as we grow older is rooted in our ability to fully accept and love who we are, flaws and all. There is a quiet strength in owning your truth, in saying, "This is who I am, and I am enough." The world may try to tell us that we should fear aging, but I've come to realize that aging is something to be celebrated. It's an opportunity to embrace our stories, our experiences, and the wisdom that comes with them. And as I move forward, I do so with grace. I've learned that adapting to change doesn't mean losing yourself. It means evolving, growing, and becoming more of the person you were always meant to be. Each day, I remind myself that my worth isn't tied to how I look or how much I can do. It's about how I show up for myself and for those I love. Confidence doesn't have to be loud or flashy. It can be gentle and quiet, just like the person I am now. When I think about my younger years, I smile. There were times I worried about fitting in, about what others thought of me. But now, I know better. The most beautiful thing about aging is the gift of self-assurance, the kind of confidence that comes from knowing you've lived, you've loved, and you've learned. And that confidence is what makes a woman truly captivating. As I sit here, reflecting on my life, I feel a deep sense of peace. I've learned to embrace the changes, to welcome the lessons that come with each new chapter, and to carry with me the confidence that comes from knowing who I am. And with that, I know I will continue to navigate the rest of my journey with grace and strength, confident in the beauty of the woman I have become. As I sit here reflecting on all that life has taught me, I realize how much the elegance in my behavior has shaped the person I've become. It's something I never consciously pursued, but rather something that blossomed over time through the experiences, challenges, and wisdom that came with age. I've learned that true elegance is not about perfection or outward appearance, but about how we carry ourselves, how we respond to others, and how we move through the world. It's in the little things, how I greet a stranger with a genuine smile, how I hold myself with poise when I walk into a room, or the way I speak to others with kindness and respect. I've come to understand that elegance isn't about making a statement, it's about making others feel seen, heard, and valued. It's about being present in the moment, offering a listening ear, and showing compassion without expecting anything in return. Elegance in behavior also means knowing when to speak and when to listen, when to stand firm and when to let go. It's about having the grace to navigate through life's challenges with calmness and clarity, and to show vulnerability when needed without losing our inner strength. As I've grown older, I've found that my actions often speak louder than words. A simple gesture, whether it's offering a helping hand, making someone laugh, or simply offering a word of encouragement, can have more impact than any grand display. I've also learned that elegance is rooted in self-respect. The more I honor myself, the more I am able to extend that respect to others. It's about treating myself with the same kindness, patience, and understanding that I show to those around me. And as I do so, I've noticed that others tend to mirror that same respect, creating an atmosphere of mutual regard and admiration. As a woman growing older, I realize that the elegance I carry with me today is a reflection of everything I've learned along the way. It's a quiet confidence in the way I hold myself, in the way I treat others, and in the way I face each new day. Life has taught me that elegance is not something to be put on or taken off. It is something that comes from within, from the way we live our lives with integrity, kindness, and grace. And so, as I continue on this journey, I find that the elegance in my actions only grows stronger, a gentle reminder of the beauty in both the small and big moments of life. As I share this, I hope you too can find and embrace the elegance within you, an elegance that comes from living a life filled with purpose, compassion, and authenticity. As I sit here feeling the warmth of the sun on my face, I'm reminded of all the lessons life has gifted me. The most important lesson I've learned is that age is not something to fear, but rather something to embrace. It's not about counting the years, but about making each one count. Life, especially as we grow older, is a beautiful journey filled with moments of reflection, growth, and joy. The key to living fully is not about resisting the changes that come with age, but rather accepting them with grace and finding the beauty in them. As women, we are often taught to chase youth, perfection, or external validation, but I've learned that the true power lies in embracing who we are right now at this moment. We don't need to compare ourselves to others or to an ideal version of who we think we should be. Our worth is not defined by external standards, but by the wisdom, kindness, and strength we've cultivated through the years. What I've discovered, my dear friends, is that the more we accept ourselves' flaws, and all the more we radiate beauty, the more we live with purpose and confidence, the more we inspire those around us. Our experiences, our scars, and our triumphs all contribute to the beautiful story that is uniquely ours. So, as I continue my journey, I carry with me the understanding that true elegance comes from within, and that our greatest beauty is found in the way we live, love, and care for others. No matter how many years pass, we still have the power to create, to inspire, and to grow. I want to leave you with this thought. It's never too late to start embracing the beauty of your own story. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today, right now, and know that you are enough just as you are. The world needs your unique light. Thank you for sharing this moment with me, and I hope my words have inspired you to embrace the journey of aging with grace, self-love, and elegance. Together, we can create a beautiful life, no matter where we are on the path. Keep shining, my dear friends, and remember, the best is yet to come. As I come to the end of this story, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me on this beautiful journey. Aging, self-reflection, and embracing all that life offers have been such powerful experiences for me, and I hope my words have resonated with you. If you found inspiration in this story, I'd love for you to hit that like button and subscribe to the Senior Moments Matter channel. By subscribing, you're joining a wonderful community where we share stories, wisdom, and support one another through every step of this amazing journey we call life. Please share your thoughts and feelings about the story in the comments below. I would love to hear how you're embracing the beauty of aging and what personal experiences have helped you cultivate self-love, confidence, and purpose. If you have any questions or topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to share them, and I'll be happy to address them. Thank you for being part of this space where we all get to shine together. Until next time, take care, stay beautiful inside and out, and continue embracing life with grace, confidence, and joy.